Hey guys, God Guy here. So I'm making another video. Um, we've had some drama happening with the market and really kind of like in the realm of the crypto wealth transfer Bitcoin people, like we are basically some of us are thinking that the crash is going to happen like pretty soon. I'm personally thinking it's going to happen in June because watch my last two videos to figure that out. But I'm thinking in the meantime, we're gonna have a rise, and I didn't want to gamble, So this video is basically like me kind of going over why I'm getting back into the market and planning on getting out uh, before the actual Bitcoin crash, because I don't think it's gonna happen until June, and I think that in the meantime, we're gonna see like a bull market, a really rapid bull market. And this is, why I'm making the video right now. So just to start off, like I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that has dreams that I think are from the Lord. Um, and so getting into like the heart of it, and in this video, I'm gonna go over like some Luna Classic dreams that I've kind of gathered in the last hour, and as well as some Bitcoin crash dreams, because they're pretty interesting, at least for like a psychological experiment. And so my personal view is that we're headed up to like at least 0.0018. And so you can see the timestamp of this stream. This is from me. I had it May of 2022. And then they had this guy. He had his dream at least around June 27th of 2022. So like a week before I had my dream about. Um, so he says 0.018, and then I'm saying 0.000018. So it's just kind of interesting. And then I had this one right here that we're going to 0.0008. Uh, and so that's kind of, and then it came down. So I'm thinking that this is actually what's going to happen, bro. Like, honestly, guys. So I'm thinking we're headed to, at least 0.008. And so that's where I'm going to have my orders in, because this conflicts with these two. um you know wasn't a very clear dream, so it could have had some zeros in there. I don't know, but I'll just kind of go over all these dreams real quick so you can kind of read them. So like, let me see if I can get a zoomed in version of this. Yeah, so I can. So I'm on my laptop and I'm having trouble navigating on my laptop right now, but oh, here we go. I gotta use both fingers. Okay, so on this one, this is from Chris Harris. He had it today on the it's 19th in Australia, so he's a little bit ahead on the time frame. Like you'll see, my clock says that we're on the 18th, but I guess he woke up from a nap or something like that. He must work during the day or something. I don't know, but and he had this dream that we're going um, higher. So Bitcoin reverses recent drop and had pumped into mid 22K. Um, and so that recent drop, like, I mean, I don't know if he saw it before he took a nap, but he would have had to probably like look at it, go to sleep, and then wake up about it or something like that. But or maybe he didn't even know it had a recent drop and woke up. It's not clear, so he must have took like a really short nap. Um, I'm not sure. It doesn't explain that, but basically he's saying that we're going higher. Um, he clicked on the Luna C chart to see it, but the dream ended. And so I personally think we are headed to, um, hold on, Jesus, okay. I personally think we're headed, yeah, to 0.008, 0.0008. So three zeros and an eight, which is like roughly a 6 or 7x, which correlates with my Dogecoin to 65 cent and then it came down. So I'm thinking that that's what's going to happen. Um, and so let me show you some. Okay, let me just flip through the dreams just so you can see them. So we have this one is the first one. This one's the second one. Um, this one's the third one. Fourth one. Fifth one. Sixth one. Seventh one. Eighth one. So this is actually not hers. This is Chris Harris's dream. So um, this one. This one's interesting right here because they had it on June 8th, 2022. Okay. And I was looking at what happened on June 8th. So on the 7th, it was up and then it dropped down drastically and hit a low of like 4, but it didn't stay there that long. So on the chart, we can see what happened on June 8th. And it says it says it ended the day at 4047, and then it's never been that low since. It's been like consistently higher, and so that dream actually came true because it says I wanted to share this that she had when the market was crashing. From it crashed like 30%. I am posting recently because I've had confirmation to buy Luna C, and it's hit that range. I had a dream last week. Okay, so she's saying that like she had it, um, that it was gonna crash and then rise, and that came true for her. So Alex, Sarah. So so that's back. So okay, this one came true with Chris Harris. So this is from June 8th as well, and basically this is the part that came true. It says from current prices, this will be a Bitcoin drop to around 10 to 15,000 Bitcoin. I believe we're going to see a big decline in the market. And so, like, we can kind of see what happened there. So check out the regular Bitcoin price. So June 8th, 2022. That's what we're looking for. So June 8th. So it was at like, you know, 30,000 on June 9th. So like a day after I did the a day before I did the screenshot, it it's gone down to like 15,000 basically. So right there it hit 15 7, and so like it might have gone lower than that on that day, but that's what it closed at. And so now we're headed higher, and so Chris Harris was spot on that, man. That's pretty solid. So yeah, it's coming together. So, and I've been worried about Chris Harris because he gets dreams all over the place, but that one came true. Um, and it said this will be a drop to around like 10 or 15 Bitcoin. So 50% to 65%. So like, he said he saw a negative 49%. So let's do the math on that. So where's the calculator at? So we were at like 32, I'm sorry, 30,000 to, oh, 30,200, I believe, when that happened on the 8th. Yeah, 30,200. Okay. Times 0.49. I think that's how you do that. Minus 30,200. So something like 15,000. So, I mean, maybe maybe I shouldn't have times it. I don't know. Let's see here. So we got value one is 30,200. Value two is 15,700. Okay, let's dig into this honestly because I really am interested in the actual price that happened that day. So what? Sorry, this video is going to be a little bit longer, but I'm curious if this thing came true. So on that time, it was the November the 21st. So we got to go to November the 21st. So we're just gonna hit that. So the low was 15,600. So 15,700. So like, and it's saying that it was a 15,650. So yeah, sorry, I did that wrong. So about a 48% decrease. So pretty close. I mean, we see that it says 49%. And so I'm giving him, the benefit of the doubt because, he could have had the dream and it would have been at, 300, or like, let's say if it was 600. So it would have had to have started at 700 for the dream to come. So like, let's go back. So that's a 49%. So from 3070. So yeah, so and on the 6th it was 31,000. So I'm sorry, on the 7th, June 7th, 2022, it was 31,000, which could easily be hit that range. So let me see what day this was. He said it was on the 8th. So when you wake up uh, and write it down, it's the next day. So he went to sleep on the 7th. All right. So that's a legit dream that came true because on the 7th, okay, when he went, it closed, at midnight at that price. You know what I mean? So, like, depending on when he went to sleep, he would have been seeing that Bitcoin was higher than 30,000. So, like, if that's what indeed happened, that came true, like pretty spot on, like 50% drop. So now I don't know why it says 50% to 65%, but if it had just said 50%, like that came true. So um, and then I don't know. I don't think this is like anything that is going to like that's never happened. You know what I mean? So that's later on. Um, like I said, he gets dreams all over the place. Then we have this one, and then that's the last of it. So this was July 1st I had. So Lunacy hit 008 and came down. So let's just see what's going on here. So all right, so point 00016. So Luna Classic is at 3016, and the value it's going to is 308. So that's a 400% increase. All right. So Dogecoin going to 65 cents. So like let's just say it's like 0.8 right now. 0.65. That's a lot more. Um right. That's a 700% increase. So like I mean this is saying to do the Dogecoin thing, but I'm gonna stick with Luna C because in Chris Harris's dream he saw Luna C, so because the Dogecoin thing could very well happen like after the flash crash. We could see something like this happen because in my dream what I had about Dogecoin, it was under 10 cents. And so that's the key that, it could have been, because Dogecoin's supposed to go to like 3 cents during the flash crash. And so we could see like a pump and dump right after the flash crash where it goes to 65 cents and then goes back down to 19 cents and then goes to $10. And so that right there, it makes it to where I can't really, but the same issue is for Luna C as well. Cause like we could see Luna C, we could see like something like this happen after the flash crash anyway. And so like, I mean, this is a gamble. Like I'm just trying to like try to get some more, you know, Bitcoin and Ethereum, uh, before the flash crash happens. So if I have more money, that I can get more Bitcoin and Ethereum during the crash. And there's also one about. Let's talk about the crash now. So I got these crash dreams. So I'll just show them off real quick. These are just some that I found while I was looking for the Luna C ones. And so this is like Shiba Inu crashing. That's what they saw that, during the crash, Shiba Inu went this low, which I don't know where it is right now. Um, and I think I went over this one right. I can't remember, but just if I haven't, they had this lady say, uh, okay, Jesus. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go over this real quick before we go to the Bitcoin crash stuff. So, and I know I'm all over the place, but like it doesn't. I can't categorize this stuff alphabetically, like or during, how I want to go over it. So I have to kind of skip around. So I'm trying to find the one that talks about, yeah, this one. So this one came true when this happened right here. So I do remember that I did go over that. Okay. So I went over that one. Now I got to go over these right here. So this right here is basically the crypto winner. So Bitcoin's going to go to zero, Luna C is going to go to zero, Dogecoin's going to go to zero. All of the cryptos are going to go to zero for a protracted period of time. Um, before this worldwide famine happens. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'll be alive to see it. So I'll probably be like an old man, because we're not ready for that anytime soon. So basically, we're right here, okay, at 3 zeros 1 6, and this is saying it's going to go to 2 zeros and a 4, and then I believe that the crash is going to happen like somewhere in here. Okay, so this chart is actually pretty useless for right now. This is another one that he put. I don't know the date on it. I said January 18, 2023 because I screenshotted it today, but this is older and I had to find like when he posted it. But he's saying that it's gonna at least double and then do a crash. I saw that it would go to 8. He saw that it would go to 3.5, so I'm not sure. And then this is what he saw that it would go to 0.015. Okay, let's see what that happens here. So point zero 0.015. That's a 9,000% increase. So there's no way that could happen. I mean, I don't know, because that's too much money for us to have during the crash. Because like we would be able to buy up all the orders. Like I mean, but anything could happen. Um, my concern is that we get too much money to influence the price of our limit orders like filling. So like Bitcoin is supposed to go to like, at least 20 cents to 15 cents, something like that, at least. Um, and if we have a gajillion amount of dollars, like we would be able to buy it all. We would be able to buy 18 million Bitcoin at $1. That's all the Bitcoin they have. You know what I mean? If one of us had $18 million, so like, there's no way God's gonna make us millionaires before the flash crash. And so any kind of crazy move like this, I just don't believe is possible before the crash because of just like mathematics involved. Um, but that's what he said. Then he said, yeah, yeah. So it's yeah. So 1.5 cents is like cents of a cent. So 1/100th of of this. So which would be this? So this right here is the right number that he put. Um, but maybe he saw this. I mean, just throwing it out there. Maybe he saw that. That would make more sense to me. You know what I mean? That maybe he just was confused on what he saw and he just added, he took off a zero. And so, and then this one kind of confirms like, and I'm just spitballing here, but I did have this one right here. So 0.0018. Okay. And then this guy had the 0.018. So that's not the same. 0018. This kind of matches my Dogecoin dream a little bit. So I don't know, but I mean, we should see the market go up, at the very least a little bit before the flash crash happens. I'm not sure where it's going to go. You know, there was no, from these dreams, there's really no way to know. And so it says that he clicked on the Lunc chart to see it, but the dream ended. So, like, God's not showing us the price of where it's going to go. Um, So, I mean, like, there's really like no way to know, and it's supposed to happen in a big spike, and so could go super high in a few hours, and be all over the place. So I guess just stagger some sell limits and just try to at least double your money. You know what I mean? At the very least, uh, I think that's a good plan. And so going back to my Bitcoin dreams that I've gathered up from random people. So this is so there's this one, okay. And I was gonna look at where Shiba was. So let's look at where Shiba is right now. I'm not sure where it is right now. Shiba. So it has 4 zeros. So this one's saying that it's only gonna add a zero. And this kind of goes with what I was getting because I saw during the Bitcoin crash that Dogecoin would only go to 3 cents. And so this matches what what I saw. And then this guy Milton said that he saw sheep go down an extra zero. And so like, but that's nowhere near like the Ethereum and Bitcoin crash that's supposed to happen. So as we can see right here, Ethereum's going to cents, and then it would go right back up. And let's see, this is another one from Saint Lammy, and a pot of soup is biblically symbolic because we had, I think, the prophet Isaiah or Jeremiah or Ezekiel. I keep getting those three mixed up, but one of them saw like a pot of boiling soup and it was spilling out on the kingdom of Israel, and it was symbolic of the Assyrian Empire coming to, punish the Jews, and God gave him that interpretation, and it ended up coming true. And so, a pot of soup is not something we typically think about, and so for God to give Saint Lammy here that symbolism, I think is pretty significant. That it's probably a dream from the Lord. And then it says that he saw Ethereum crash to zero. I'm not going to go into the dream, but he basically saw it go to zero, and you could set some orders up for 0.001. I think that's too low for me because you might not get all that filled, but like you could definitely get it filled at like a cent, is what he's saying. Um, and that was on June 21, 2022. So this next one is from V, um, and V saw that there would be a V and me are good friends, so I bet he'll be like happy that I posted his dream. Um, so he said he saw it go to zero Bitcoin, so that's pretty tight. Um, so yeah, there's been several different people that have had like a dream of a crash, and Bitcoin and Ethereum are involved in it. We haven't seen any other cryptos be involved, um, and that low of the crash, that much price difference. The others that the like Doge and Sheep are going to just basically drop 50% from where they are when the crash happens, and these are going to Ethereum and Bitcoin are supposed to go like 99%, 0.99 down, that kind of stuff. So this guy said he had it fall all the way down to like a little bit under $1. That's the last of it. But yeah, so my strategy right now is I just put all my money in Luna Classic, and I feel like if you kind of stagger your orders, you know, um, and have some all the time for Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't have any right now and limit orders set up because in my mind we're going off these dreams, and so like there's kind of like and Chris Harris, he's a major player. I mean, he was like the first that had a Bitcoin crash dream, and so if God's telling him the market's going up, you know what I mean, then what am I doing, waiting for the market to crash? You know what I'm saying? And so, and if you watch my last two videos, you'll see that the market, the flash crash happened when Bitcoin was around in the low 40,000s. And so, and it was happening fast. And so, like, you could interpret it that that's already happened, but in my mind, like, it could be either way. Like, that could be, it just didn't happen fast enough because in the dream it was dropping fast, and yeah, like things move, differently in God's timing, like maybe a fast move for him is, like a year, but like the way the way I knew it in the dream, and the other guy that I shared that dream with, because we had the same kind of dream the same night, in that video I shared, uh, it was happening super fast, and it dropped like all the way from 40K to like 7,000, and then it just kept going down from there, um, so it might happen over the span of like a few days, but it was dropping quick. But yeah, so I believe that we're headed higher, and that once Bitcoin gets into like the 40K range, then and Dogecoin is at 65 cents, and Luna Classic does its thing, then we're probably gonna have the flash crash right after that. And so I had a dream that it would happen in June, and so I'm thinking all this stuff is gonna happen over the next 4 months. So like, yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. So, and this is just dreams, not financial advice. So just take it in stride. Um, and I think that's everything I wanted to share with you guys today. So signing off, guy out.